Hey, Mega Maniacs, you got Mr. MegaManFan here, and once again, I have a package from Japan. And you may be wondering, why did Mr. MegaManFan pick up two packages from Japan so close together back to back? Well, there was one particular item that I was waiting for the seller to drop the price on. When he first listed it, he had multiple copies of it, all going for $70 or $80. And I watched the prices drop and drop and drop on the ones that sold. And the lowest I saw one sell for was $32.90. So I kept waiting for the prices to drop on the others that he had. And I finally saw one get down to $32.97. And that's the lowest I had seen any of them go for, other than the one that sold for $32.90. And I didn't want to wait any longer than that and have somebody pull the trigger on it before I did. So I decided 7 cents was not a big enough difference for me to not get it. So I got it. And as I usually do when I order from Japan for you, I combine the order to maximize the value of the shipping. So I didn't just get that one game, I got 15 others that cost me about $1 each. And we will go through those games in this video. Usually these things are wrapped in bricks when you get multiple games of the same console, but this one is wrapped individually, so maybe it's because it's oversized. And I believe it is. And this is Wagenland 2. It's a Namco property. You might recognize it because they just released a Wagen skin for Pac-Man 99 on Nintendo Switch as a DLC. Not really well known here in the United States, but in Japan, it's a thing. So, Wagenland 2 is where we start today. Oh, we got a big brick here. Looks like 10 games in this one brick. Maybe including the one that I was talking about that cost me $32.97. But most of these cost me a little over $1. A few were $1.50. One or two may have been $2. But there was only one big hitter, and that was the one I paid $32 for. If you know the name of the channel, you already know what it's going to be without too much guessing. But we'll get to it when we get to it. And we may be getting to it right now. Nope, that's not it. This is Happy Birthday Bugs, which I suspect is just the Japanese name of Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, but I like the color of the cart and the artwork, so I decided for $1 and change, Happy Birthday Bugs was a pretty cool way to go. I've always liked Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes cartoons, so why not? And this one is Macross. I'm trying to remember. I think this one came out for Nintendo, but I didn't see it on the list of Famicom games I already owned. So if there is a North American release, then I'll have a variant, a region variant, and if it didn't, then I've got a Famicom exclusive. There's at least one in here that I know came out in both regions. Well, 2. 3? There's several that are. And this would be... It's Gradius. Might be able to read that label on the top. Maybe you say Gradius, maybe you say Gradius. I think that's one of those things where Mad Little Pixel would say, I don't worry about the pronunciation of made-up words, so whatever way you choose to say it is okay in my book. Once again, this one was more about, I like the look, the black cartridge, the artwork, the silver label on top. I think it's more stylish than the basic, boring NES gray, so I thought it was worth getting for $1 and change. And this one is Gyrodyne, which I know nothing whatsoever about, but it was cheap, and it appears to either be a helicopter attack game or possibly a strategy game based on military warfare. Could even be a choplifter type game, but I suspect, very much based on the name Gyrodyne, that it's going to be some sort of helicopter combat game. And this one is Road Fighter. That's another one I suspect got multi-region released, but orange label on the top, cool artwork on the front, black cartridge shell. Yep, was gonna get that. Let's move this stack aside so they don't all go sliding off my legs. Next up, Zippy Race, which I know didn't come out here because I don't have anything called Zippy Race. I am 99.999% certain that unless that was released on a bootleg Famicom here, this didn't come out here. And it's going to be a motorcycle racing game. I think that's pretty obvious from the artwork. Zippy Race. And do we have here King Kong 2? Okay. That's 8 so far. Should have 16 total. Quinty. This one most definitely did come out here as Mendel Palace, but I believe they changed the sprite art and the story of the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the differences are between Quinty and Mendel Palace. And before Ryan says it, yes, I do believe this was a game that was worked on by a very famous game designer who, if I'm not mistaken, was from Game Freak and later went on to do Pokemon games. But I feel like Ryan would say that in the comments if I didn't say it now. But I think this was his first project, or at least first major project for Nintendo, was Quinty. I could be wrong. That's the way I remember it. This is Takahashi Maijin no Bokenjima NES. So I believe that makes it Adventure Island 1, the Famicom version, because in Japan he's called Master Takahashi. And there were actually 4 games, even though in the US we only got 3 Adventure Island games, and the 4th one seems to be pretty hard to find because I've been looking on it on Japan For You for it and have yet to see it go up for sale. I don't think any other sellers have put it up for sale either. So yeah, I'm 99%, again, not 100, but 99% sure this is Adventure Island 1, just the region variant of it. Moving on. Keep the keyboard handy in case I gotta look something up. This one is Suguro Quest, and I suspect therefore it will be some sort of dungeon crawler or role-playing game since it's a quest. So this should be fun, provided it's not completely incomprehensible based on language differences, but we can hope for the best, or see if there's a patch on romhacking.net if all else fails. So we've got 5 more to go here. I might as well just move the box to the side now. We won't be needing it. There's no more in here after this brick. So unlike Ruby Soho and Rancid, our destination is very much known. Warpman. So I'll look forward to playing Warpman. Yeah, no idea without looking at the list here. But it's easy to identify because it's green. And this one is, pardon my pronunciation, Obochumakun. Obochumakun? Or is it Obuchumakun? There's a double O in there. It's either Obo or Obu. I'll go with Obu. Obuchumakun. Looks like it could be a fighter game or it could be a slice of life game. I don't think it's a Kunio-kun style game, but I could be wrong. I'll find out soon enough. Self-explanatory. This one is Banana. This is a dig your way through to collect the items game. See, that's a mole. He's not actually a banana. And he's a mole digging for fruit. I guess bananas must be his favorite thing to eat. 2 more games. There's the big hitter. The first Rockman for Famicom. Would you believe I had Rockman 2 through 6 and not Rockman 1? I even have a couple of them in the box. Now, I imagine complete in the box, this would have cost well more than $32.97, but you got to start somewhere because boxed copies of Rockman don't come along very often. So, might as well start with a loose cart and then see what I can find later on. One more game. One more Famicom game. And it's a bright white cartridge. This one is Tokaido 53 Sugi. Or maybe it's Shugi. Tsugi. I'm going to go with Sugi, like tsunami. Don't know what this one is about either. But it looked intriguing and it was $1 and change, so that was my justification for that. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Hope you've enjoyed this Japanese games unboxing, and you can look forward to me testing them in a future video. But bye for now.